Hey everyone, welcome to Purpose, Passion, Prosperity. All right, I come to you today to discuss life changes, as the title says. Um, yeah, when it comes to life changes, I believe your life changes when your mindset changes. And I've talked about this before, but how you feel about yourself, how you perceive yourself to be, how you think about yourself. I said that again, right? But I think that's so important, is how you think about yourself. Because what you perceive becomes your reality, right? I'm just over here playing with filters because this is my first time live, y'all. So, welcome, welcome. My first time live. Um, yeah. So bear with me if I have any technical difficulties. Give me some grace. All right. I know nobody ain't really on here like that, but it's okay. Y'all gonna see this and we gonna keep the momentum going, all right? Because I do enjoy stuff like this. Talking to the peoples. I feel like that's part of my calling along with doing people here because I do this behind the chair a lot, talk to people, hairstylists. We're quite like what we call therapists in a way, right? You sit in our chair, we touch your crown, and in a way you're comfortable, you feel safe, you begin to unwind, you begin to say what you want to say and express what you want to express because there's this emotional safety, because there's no attachment there except for you're here, right? Except for the crime that you're wearing. All right, there we go. So with all that being said, yeah, life changes begins with your consciousness, being aware of how you feel, not dismissing your feelings, and understanding what is creating that emotion that you feel, what is bringing some of these characteristics about, right? That's in you, whether you like them or you don't. And I think that a lot of people in the rat race, right, go by their day to day in a cycle, and they never look back or look deeper to see what's causing you to be in a place that you're not so much in love with, being in a place that doesn't bring you joy, doesn't bring fulfillment, doesn't bring happiness, doesn't bring passion, doesn't bring prosperity, doesn't bring love. All those things that are good, if you're not receiving them, you never really, you feel like materialistic things or whatever. It's like you're filling a void, but you're never really touching the depth of it. And that's because people don't like to go deeper. That's because people are, they're just trying to escape that feeling of going deeper because sometimes there is wounds there that was left unhealed. And so you don't go deeper to see what those wounds actually are, what they stem from, why these things are manifesting in your life the way it is, why things aren't going right, or why it seems like a struggle to get where you want to go, is because you have not yet went in deeper to see where are these things coming from. And so I say all that to say is that sometimes you need to take a moment. Sometimes the solitude is good. And if you didn't take that step back when COVID occurred, because everybody had to stay inside and people didn't work, I think we were so focused, like, oh my gosh, the rat race went away. What would you do? How do we get back into the rat race? How do we escape? How do we, get out? I don't want to be in my thoughts, But I think at some point, I'm not saying stay there, right? But I'm saying in order to heal, in order to become the thing that, in order to free yourself, right? I love that better. In order to free yourself, you do have to see what keeps you. Bind it. What's grabbing you from getting to where you want? And there's this thing right there. There's that thing right there that's holding you. Bind it to it. And you have not taken the time to be silent, to be still enough to see what that is, why that is, and how do we release? Okay? How do we release in order to change your mindset, in order to change the way you look at things, in order to break the cycle? Okay? In order to crush it and for it to never return. And in order for it to never return and that cycle to be broken, you have to change your mindset. You have to look at things differently. You have to seek joy. You have to constantly seek peace. You have to constantly be and become. I want to say be, not become, right? Because become is like you're trying. You have to be. You have to be that which you seek. And so I hope that makes sense to you guys. I need to stop saying that because it makes sense. It definitely makes sense, right? I'm sure this resonates with you guys if you guys are in this place where you are doing what they call shadow work, right? I think a lot of people are in that place where they're doing shadow work, where they're looking to see what is there that is, when you think about shadow, what is that shadow there that's you cannot escape, that's following you, right? That's the shadow work. It's following you. Sometimes you don't even notice it because it's in the shadows, but it's there, right? It's like that subconscious operating part of you that you don't even realize is controlling you, because you never take the time to look to see the shadow is there, right? And these shadows are created from trauma. Sometimes they're created from childhood experiences. They're created from adapting to society. They're created from indoctrination. They're created from several different ways. And so it's for us to put in that work and to take the time to look and see what is that. And I'm going to do this at a different time because my husband is over here doing all kind of stuff. So I'll do this at a different time, probably on a different day. I don't know. But yeah, so if you're hearing that, that's microwave, that's kitchen noise. Yeah, my office is kind of connected, but one day that'll all change. But anyways, to say the least, I'm a little bit distracted from the background noise, but it's okay. Yeah, so with that being said, definitely do the work. Take the time to work on yourself, to work on your inner being, to listen to that voice, that small voice that's within you, that says, I'm hurting, that says, I want to be free, that says, I'm not happy, that says all those things. And don't just think that, okay, quick decision to that is habits, drink, that'll make everything better. Shopping, that'll make everything better. Sex, that'll make everything better. Church, that'll make everything better. No, those things just heals the moment, but it doesn't heal that thing that's embedded there. Like church is the word of God. Yes, it gives you tools, all right, to deal. Just like therapy. For me, I love therapy too. It to me, it unpacks it all, right? It unpacks it all because I take therapy myself, right? It unpacks it all for you to understand what's happening. But the true work is when you get the tools and when you understand what's happening and you actually do the work to change your perspective, to change your mindset, to not just, to heal, right? And I think in order to heal, you must release, right? You must release to see what's happening there. If you don't know what's going on, then how can you heal? So you unpack those things, release them, and then heal. And trust and believe healing is a process. I'm sure you heard that before. Healing takes various forms, such as this right here, right? Whether you need to talk it out to express yourself, whether you need to have confidence in yourself, maybe you're trying to get in shape, you're trying to eat healthy, whether it's your mindset, you need to work out, you need to meditate, whatever that looks like, that's essentially part of your healing, which is your growing process to becoming, because that is the becoming piece until you're fully in that being. And I think it all goes hands in hand because as you're becoming, you're essentially unfolding into this being, right? Um, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed today. And the life change for me personally is starting this. It's just doing it instead of overthinking it, how I'm going to do it, the tech, because I get so into tech, so into software. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do a YouTube live. And then I'm just going to keep doing it. And then when it builds momentum, there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed the first Passion, Purpose, Prosperity podcast. All right. See, once I keep going with it, then I'll be able to say Passion, Purpose, Prosperity real quick. And I'm not going to have any hiccups with it. But I hope you enjoyed it. I don't even know if my eyes is looking at the camera. As I keep going, I'll get better and better. But I started, right? That's the thing. I started doing something for me. Started doing something that I've always wanted to do. Started doing something that's going to bring me peace, passion, purpose, and prosperity. All those beautiful P's. And I hope this does the same for you. I hope this encourages you to keep going. I hope this uplifts you. I hope that you find solitude in knowing that you are guided. I hope that you understand that contrasting experiences is only, which is, in other terms used as challenges, but contrasting experiences is only to better help you understand what you don't like and what you do like and to manifest out of that, right? You don't want to continue to manifest what you don't like, but what you don't realize is that you have the power, the willpower to choose something different. So do the work internally, right? And then all things fall together easily. And if you find that you find yourself pushing, if you find yourself working hard or suffering in any kind of way, then take a break, pause, and see why that is. Because life is so much beautiful when it comes with ease and flow. I think that's the miracles that we forget are miracles. When things just so happen to align and come together in such a purposeful way that it just flows with ease, right? I think that is the miracle. I think those are what we call blessings and miracles truly. And I've experienced some of those in my life. I'm living in that right now. And so sometimes we need to step back and just have gratitude for the moment, have gratitude and presence. And I think meditating helps that. So if I was to suggest anything to you, it would be to have a gratitude journal at night. And then when you wake up in the morning, meditate on that. It carries you throughout the day, even when things go a little bit haywire. And when it does go a little haywire, it's just a contrasting experience for you to choose something better for your creation. Because we are all creators. We are made after God in his likeness. And so therefore, if we are made in his likeness, then guess what? We are creators too. We are creating. The story is ours to write the way that we want. And so just be aware of that, but also do the work so that you can believe in yourself. Because the issue that Jesus always had with his disciples was the fact that they didn't believe the way he believed. And his 40 days and 40 nights was his, what you would call dark night of the soul. It was him digging deeper to shove away all the noise and the voices of others, indoctrinations, what people said that you believed that wasn't true. It was his time to do that. And then when he believed in himself fully, wholeheartedly, that is when he began to manifest and walk fully in that acknowledgement of his divinity, of who we are as creators. And so I believe that when you do the work, it might not be 4 days, 4 nights like how he did it, in one time. It might be in different phases and stages of your life. But when you acknowledge that you're in this stage and you want to break through there, and you feel like there's a ceiling, because for you to break through, there must be a ceiling there. And if there's a ceiling there, see why there's a block. There's a blockage here. If there's a ceiling there in the 3D dimension that is created from here, if there's a ceiling there in the 3D dimension, then there's a blockage here internally from where you are creating from. And so you need to dig deeper and see why that is, and see how do I release that and transform my mind to become and be where I want to be. And so I'm in that stage of life. But it's exciting and it's a roller coaster of emotions all at the same time, because the releasing sometimes is really heavy and really hard. But it can be done. It can be done. And it doesn't have to be hard. But do feel the emotions, right? Because I've always been the person to suppress and regress. And most people do that when it's too heavy, right? But release it. Feel emotions. Understand where they're coming from. Heal that little girl, that little boy. Heal that child, wherever it's coming from. Whether you weren't little, it doesn't matter what time and space, whatever has that blockage, incurring, heal it, release it, and heal it, right? If I was to put it in order. But do all those things and transform your mind and believe differently. Your beliefs is everything. Your belief dictates the way you think. Your belief dictates the words that come out of your mouth, and the words that come out of your mouth and believe the beliefs in your soul manifest into your reality. So in the Bible it says all these things. So as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you think that way about yourself, then that's who you are. And if you don't like how you think about yourself, then maybe you need to change that and think differently. All right, believe in yourself, believe in the things that you want to manifest as it is so. Speak as it is so, and you will see that it comes about, right? And don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself some grace too. All right, peace and love.